Hey guys, welcome back to the Comic Book Lowdown in Wellington, and bringing you guys the pull week video for this week, where I review my books that I got. Pretty solid week, short, very short week, only a couple books, but yeah, only four actually, but really solid books. Really enjoyed all of them in their own way, and really predictable as well. The way I read my books is I read them in the order that I feel that I'm going to review them, and sometimes I'm shocked and one book is either better than I thought it would be or worse. This was as expected. And I'll just get into the reviews. So we'll start out the first book, Deadpool the Gauntlet, issue number 1. This is actually an Infinity comic, and written by Posehn and Duggan, and this is actually kind of taking place in between. I would like to say it takes place in between the Good, the Bad, the Ugly arc and this Deadpool versus S.H.I.E.L.D. arc, because in this, Deadpool goes to England and to get away from everybody after he's in North Korea, and so he's still in that he's still in more of a foul mood than he is in the Deadpool versus S.H.I.E.L.D. arc. So there's that. There's the question as to what happened to him there. There's kind of a story in between. This is going to be on online issues after this. I mean, issue 2 is actually already out. I might get it. It's a 13-part issue, or 13-part story that's going until April, and I think it comes out every week. And it's what you see on the cover. Deadpool is fighting vampires, and most notably he's fighting Dracula, and of course he makes the quip that they're not twinkling and shirtless like Twilight. Easy joke, but still needs to be addressed. But yeah, so this was just a fun story. It was free as well, so I would recommend getting it, because might as well get a free comic book if you can. So Deadpool the Gauntlet number 1. I'm thinking about getting the rest of the issues online, maybe digital, of course. But they say that the things that happen in this will have an effect on the main book. So I feel as if I need to, and plus I have faith in it because it's Posehn and Duggan writing, and if it wasn't, I probably wouldn't pick it up, because Night of the Living Deadpool came out this week, and I didn't pick it up because 1, it was $3.99, and 2, because it's another Cullen Bunn Deadpool mini, and I'm trying to stay away from minis altogether, and definitely from Cullen Bunn Deadpool minis. The first 2 Trilogy books I liked, and Deadpool Kills Deadpool was just really, really bad, and it turned me off to his Deadpool writing. Yeah, so this is Deadpool the Gauntlet. Definitely enjoyable, fun book. Another book that is fun, but at the same time has its twists and turns, and that is Nova number 12. Again, really cool cover. And we had seen Nova tracking down all these kind of helmets of fallen Novas that had died, and he's kind of seeing their stories of how they died and things like that. And at the end of last issue, we got kind of a setup of some guy who had a Nova helmet that had killed a Nova, and that actually setup was pretty much just to get you hyped up, and it didn't really pan out, but it was okay because the rest of the issue definitely delivered. I'm pretty sure they purposely kind of false cliffhangered us because that's the way this book works is it's not very. I wouldn't say it's very predictable, but in some senses it is predictable. Um, if that makes any sense. Um, doesn't follow normal conventions of superhero comic books, but at the same time it does. Uh, and I think you can only really understand that if you're reading this book, or maybe not. Maybe I'm just making no sense. Um, but anyways, the real story in here is Nova. He follows a distress call from a Nova ship. When he gets to the distress call, he finds a Nova ship being under attack by two fleets of somebodies, and he kind of sees that, and he definitely takes down the attackers on this Nova ship, and then once he goes into the Nova ship, things get really crazy. Like, they get really crazy, and we're made to believe that things kind of turn out okay, but we know that there's some shadiness going on, and our affirmations are confirmed at the end of this issue where some shady stuff was happening, some really shady stuff, and the next issue is going to be very interesting because we got a character that I love going to show up, and I haven't seen him in a long time in a book that I was reading. So yeah, I cannot wait for issue number 13 of Nova. Really cool book. Hashtag Nova Nation for X McHammer. This next book was really really good, and I'm excited. I'm very excited. This is Superior Spider-Man issue number 25. A lot of things good happened in this book. And it's the event. It was pretty much the Avengers fighting Superior Venom. You know, Venom or Doc Ock taken over by the Venom symbiote. Actually, there's two things. There's two things in this book that I really like. The story itself and the fact that it didn't go like over like 6 stories. There's two stories going on here. There's the Avengers fighting Spider-Man and how they deal with that, and then there's the Green Goblin stuff, and that stuff is really interesting, and it's just it's just crazy. Things have gotten crazy. Carly has been compromised, to say the least. There's big things going to be happening between the Green Goblin and the real Hobgoblin, and this Goblin, the Green Goblin arc is about to start. So this is kind of the moment we've all been waiting for. Well, really, this arc was a moment I had been waiting for a while. But also, the Goblin arc has been teased and teased and teased, and we're finally here. It's about to start, and it's gonna be awesome. But the main story between Spider-Man and the Avengers, it's a really interesting one because also coinciding with that story is the fact that Flash Thompson is dying because he's without the symbiote, and he needs the symbiote to live. And kind of that whole altercation, which is, I use the word altercation very lightly, because it's a big battle. Its resolve is one that is kind of like, not very, how should I say, it's not very simple, but it's very abrupt. Everything is kind of solved quickly, but it's at the same time, the problem still lingers. And then there's one thing that happens in here that it's like, whoa, like, I can't believe I just saw that, and now I'm excited, and I see, I have a clear vision of, what's about to happen, and everything in this was really good. Double issue, double sized issue, and well worth a buy. I'm enjoying this book now. I enjoyed the past two arcs now. I actually enjoyed the 2099 arc, and I'm enjoying this one, or I enjoyed this one because this one's over, and the Goblin arc is going to be fantastic. I can already tell. And then the final book, pick of the week. You guys already knew what it was going to be. I knew what it was going to be, but this book exceeded my expectations, and that was Daredevil issue number 35. Mark Waid and Chris Samney, Chris Samney on art this time. Javier Rodriguez doing colors or inks or whatever he was doing. I didn't really check. This book was so good, and it just, Matt Murdock's in such a hole right now. Like, he's the Sons of Serpent, or the Sons of the Serpent. They really have Matt's number right now. To say the least, they have his number, and without giving too much away, they're pretty much blackmailing him. And I won't say how, but things are very tense. And so the person that Matt goes to for advice, and this is kind of a selling point if you'd like, if you didn't pick up the book, kind of selling point in this, the person Matt goes to for advice is Elektra. We haven't seen Matt Murdock and Elektra together in a long time. And definitely, Elektra hasn't seen Matt in the form that he's in this whole run. She's not seen that, and it kind of takes her back. This book was so good, especially the way that it ends. The way that this book ends, I'm not even going to give it away. Just know that it is so fantastic. I cannot believe what's happening in this book. This book, I need to read some more of the Bendis run, because this book, or this run, could possibly be the best Daredevil run. A lot of people say Bendis, a lot of people say Miller, but I think Mark Waid's run could possibly be the best, or upcoming to be the best, especially the way this is ending. But that's it. That's all my books. Maybe a review of Infinity Gauntlet tomorrow, but other than that, no more words, no rambling this time. I'm Wellington, signing off with Comic Lowdown. I'll see you guys next time.